So today I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I want to read for the year of 2025. Now, I'm not only going to be reading these books, there's going to be so many, but these are books that I have been either putting off because they're too intimidating, which some of them are, or just because I bought them, put them in my bookshelf, and kind of forgot that I had them. I'm someone that likes to go into books fairly blind, so I know the genre, I know kind of what they are, but I have a few people here and around in my life that I can trust with recommendations, and I know that what they read is similar to what I read, so when they recommend something, I can go off of that, and pretty sure for the most part I'm gonna enjoy what I read. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, because I'm curious, and if you love any of them, tell me. But also, if you have read any of these books and you think, oh, I have another one that you're gonna love, please put them down below, because I'm back into reading, back into the groove of things, and I am looking for more books to read, always. But let's just get into the books. I'm going to start with one that is fairly, not old, but it's been a few years since it was published, and I've had it for a couple of years on my bookshelf. It is Atlas 6. I am horrible with names. Apologies in advance for ever. But Atlas 6, I've had this for a while, and I have heard really, really good things here on BookTube. So, also this cover, it's giving dark academia with some magic mixed in between. It says magicians. So, very excited about this one. Not intimidated because of the size, but because of the hype, which does also happen sometimes. I tend to pick up a book that is super hyped, like this next one, which is both intimidating because of the hype and big pages, tiny font. Who decides that? The Sword of Keegan by Emma Wong. The tiny font in this one, it is terrifying. However, I have heard such amazing things about this book here on BookTube that I just had to pick it up. And I have had it for a few months, and it's just something that it's calling my name every time I look at it. So this is the year I'm gonna read it. In fact, I think this is going to be the one for January. I'm going to try and fit in one of these each month. I think this is going to be January. For what I've heard, this is about a war and a family trying to protect a land, and it might be, sounds like political intrigue, magic, and war, which is my holy trifecta. I love those things. You put those things into a book, I'm into it. If you have recommendations for books that have all those three things, probably would love it. The next one's one that was popular on BookTube years and years ago, and I never read it. I never picked it up, and I saw it in a charity shop recently, and I thought, I'm gonna give it a go. And it is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Again, butchering all of the names since I was born. It has one of those annoying can't get it off stickers. But this was hugely popular here. When I saw it, I thought, I would like to know what the hype is about. Just that. That's absolutely it. Again with a tiny font. What's happening? I think pretty much everyone has heard of this book. Everyone knows about this book. Yeah. The next one is actually literary fiction, and it is The Book of Form and Emptyness. The reason I picked this up, I saw it at the bookstore, and it was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize, and it is also the Women's Prize for Fiction, the winner for 2022. So I thought, yeah, I want to give this a go. Also, Matt Haig gave it a blurb. I really like him and his writing. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to pick this up. It deals with death, and it deals with the repercussions of that and some other things, and just, I really wanted to read it. The next one, I got it last year, and it is one of those books that I just put in with these other books by this author, and I kind of forgot about it. And it is the book that Wouldn't Burn. I have heard a few people that I really, really trust here talking about this book and being absolutely in love with it. And it is set in a library, and it has to do with magic. It's fantasy. It's Mark Lawrence, which I have read before and really, really enjoy his books. The fact that it is something that is set in a library, I just couldn't resist. But like I said, I put it in the bookshelf, forgot that I had it, and that cannot happen. The next one is one that I started to read and then put it off because I didn't think it was the right time to read it. And it is because it is a massive book. But the series that it is part of just got a new book. It's Brandon Sanderson. he's always writing new books, and it is The Way of Kings. Now, I started it and put it off. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, because I always love Brandon Sanderson, but because this is intimidatingly massive. It is just so vast. And then he keeps writing books that are just insanely long. I feel like I want to sit down and read everything that he does at once. I don't have time. I wish I did. The Way of Kings is something that has been in the back of my mind for years now, and this is the year. I think this is going to be one of those that I'm going to leave for a month where I don't have a lot of work, so that I can pick up possibly the second one in this, which I do have, because there's no explaining that. I have read quite a few of his books. Always love them. Absolutely always. The Way of Kings. I am tackling this series this year. This is like, shame me. If I don't read this by the end of the year, you have my permission to bring shame upon my house. Shame on you, shame on your books, shame on your cow. The next one is the thriller that I want to read this year. Possibly I'll pick up more thrillers because I do enjoy them and go through them quite fast. And that's always a confidence boost on reading. And that is The Guest List. Just an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. Sounds great. It is not that big, so this is definitely going to boost my reading confidence. And they usually are so addicting, thrillers, that I just cannot put them down. And I don't read them enough, and I should. I should read more thrillers. If you have a thriller that you think, oh, you should read this, you are going to like this, let me know. I would love to know that. There's only 2 books left, and one of them I got recently, and the other one I've had for a while, and it is, I think, even more intimidating than The Way of Kings, because of the hype and because of the size and font. I'm going to leave that one for the last, sorry. The next one is actually Laona. Can I pronounce anything? No, I cannot. I have heard that this is very graphic and slightly disturbing, but a little bit funny, possibly? I have no idea. I picked it up at the bookstore because someone at the bookstore actually recommended it to me. I don't know if they were messing with me now that I think about it, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. It's fairly short, so I can get through it quite fast, and it is set in a medieval village, and there seems to be some sort of power struggle. I don't know what it is. I will let you know. I think I will do a reading vlog. I'm gonna do a reading vlog of all of these. Not at the same time, individually. That'd be a lot. And the last one, possibly the most intimidating one out of all of these, The Will of the Many, by James Islington. The little I know about this book is that there is political intrigue, that there is, I think, murder involved, and some sort of academy. I am very excited, intimidated, but very, very excited to read this and to see what all the hype is about. Honestly, sometimes these books, I just read them because I just need to know. And yes, some of them become my favorite books. Absolutely. However, just want to know why everyone loves this so much. So, very excited. So that is going to be it. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them. I'm very curious. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.